bow your head, please. If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend.
I ask him to teach me the endless prayer.
It isn't the words you speak, but rather that you speak them. Prophecy says that only our devotion will restore him to us. A murmur of prayer, constant as the ocean, can lure our savior back to us.
I say I hope he's right.
So do I. By the divine, so do I. If Bishop Alexander doesn't rise, I don't know who will protect us from this darkness. Some blame the Voidwoken for Alexander's failure to ascend. If all we sorcerers can be cured, then the bishop shall be free to rise. So chant the endless prayer.
Creepy.
Did you see them, sir? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself, they were so close, almost within arm's reach.
I mentioned that they was close enough to watch them murder one of their own.
A traitor cannot be murdered. A traitor can only receive their due.
I say that everyone is a traitor to someone. No. I'm gonna scoff and say murder is murder, no matter which banner mops up the blood.
Easy enough to say in times of peace, but look around. We're standing on the edge of the end. The Voidwoken are coming, sir. And it's only the divine order that can protect us.
A fella can't hear himself think with all this racket. Day and night she hollers after that child. You hear that, Farah? You got to cut that out. What's happened to ya? Aye, she needs help, but none that I can give. Mad as a cooker, that one, and twice as loud.
I say she seems perfectly sane, if not distraught.
Distraught don't even begin to cover it. She's hollering after that child of hers, killed by a Voidwoken she was. Been dead and buried for a month now. Never
Never
even
mind,
stepped
she's
foot
bad.
in Fort Joy. And there ain't no amount of hollering that'll bring her back.
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
Please, please, you must help me. No one here will help me. Not one of these bastards. A child is missing. My baby.
Ask her to recount when and where she last saw her daughter.
She was here. I only turned away for a moment. I'm sick with worry. Completely sick. And no one in this damn camp will lift a finger to help me find her.
I asked to have a closer look at the doll.
Yes, of course. Here, you should take it with you. When you find her, give her the doll and tell her, Mummy says this is for her little chicken, and it's time to come home. That's what I call her. My little chicken.
She soaks up a steady stream of tears with her shirt sleeve.
She ought to come with you then. She ought to follow you back to me.
I wonder why no one else in the camp is helping to look for her.
This place turns people cold. Cold and wicked. That fellow Jeth over there speaks unutterable evil, but I can't move away from him. What if Irma comes back and I'm not here?
So I'll do my best and bid her goodbye
You
for now.
are an angel. Truly you are.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always late.
Irma? Where are you, darling?
Pipe down, Farah. It's time to accept reality.
Irma? Irma?
Farah, she ain't coming back.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly save.
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you... Are you quite alone?
I say, of course I'm not. No, I'm just gonna say that I am.
In that case, listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this camp is full of cowards and I'm running out of time. Fast. Too fast. Way too fast.
Ask him what he's planning.
I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. People get taken sometimes. Some folks say they get cured. I don't know if I believe it, and I don't want to wait and find out. I have a way out of here. It won't be easy, and I need a partner. Just one.
Okay.
Are you interested?
I say this feels a little convenient. How do I know he's not working for the Magisters?
Believe whatever you want. This may be your only chance at leaving this place. Take it or don't.
I tell him I want in.
Attaboy. Who wouldn't? Finally someone with a little sense around here. The plan's simple, completely foolproof. I have a spell that I can use to teleport you right out of here. I can't use it on myself, but with your help, we can both get out of here.
Oh.
Irma, where are you, darling?
Pipe down, Flora. It's time to accept reality.
What's this? Hair spells? Air spells.
50 bottles of tears, oh. Make the hinges rust.
Continue.
There's an artifact that you can use to teleport me out of this place. Then I can use my spell to free you in turn. This item, though, it's in quite an unfortunate location.
I ask him where can he find it.
It's found its way into a nest of crocodilians on a secluded beach nearby. Here, give me your map and I'll show you where to go.
I shrug. I've certainly had worse.
I'm glad you're of such a mind. I never was one for gore myself, but never mind. I've got the plan and you've got the brawn. Get that artifact, and you and I are as good as free. Go give those overgrown lizards what for.
Pipe down, Flora. It's time to accept reality.
I'm gonna give this to Luis. It's a potato. And tell her to eat it. It comes back to food being just healing items of some kind.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
I clap on her back and ask if she's alright.
Don't touch me. You're too close. This collar, this place, it's squeezing the life from me.
Tell her you understand how she feels.
Do you? You seem fine. Don't you feel how tight this collar is? And there's nothing we can do.
Her hands move again to her throat. She seems to try to make space between her neck and the collar, but there's no space to be made. The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can... As she catches sight of you, recognition flashes in her terrified eyes. She drops her hands from her throat and starts hyperventilating.
Oh, the reason why she, a second conversation popped up is because now she originally was conversing with me, and now she's conversing with one of my companions.
Ben Nest, Ifan, Ben Nest, you killed them! You killed them! He killed them all! Murderer!
Tell her she has no need not fear. No one's given you a contract for her life.
Keep him away from me! Help! Somebody! Keep him away!
Okay.
Oi, don't
Stay back.
think I ain't
Stay back.
watching. That's your fin through just to this road.
A word of advice to the armed arm. Find a stick or a branch, tie a sharp piece of rock to one end, or do the same with a sharp piece of metal. Now you've got a simple axe. You're no longer unarmed. I'm gonna talk to the companions for a moment.
Yes. Is it an audience you desire?
Ask the Red Prince what we should do next.
I intend to rule an empire one day, not a tiny outcropping in the sea, lording over gulls and guppy fish. To that end, I suggest we focus on the obvious. A farewell to Fort Joy and a hello to the mainland.
I agree.
Of course, I'd much appreciate it if we managed to find a dreamer first.
I mentioned I am happy he survived the shipwreck we were in.
As am I. A prince should die of old age or on the battlefield. Anything else could be construed as weakness of character. That said, I've the distinct feeling I wasn't meant to die today, for despite your heroics, I was still cast into the water. I sank. I drowned. But there was something in the water. A voice made of air that soothed my flooding lungs. There was sudden light, warmth, life.
Oh. Okay, so he can't breathe underwater. So I guess he was talking about empires on actual land.
Truly, how intriguing. To hear a voice whilst drowning is a rather specific delusion to share, is it not? Still, I wonder if...
He hesitates.
Are you a religious person?
Nope.
I'm rather relieved to hear it. Religious persons tend to be all too self-important in their supposed humility. As for myself, I perform the ancient rites of prayer and ceremony with a kind of languid indulgence. After all, when one is revered by many as a living god oneself, public deprecation would be needlessly self-important as well, wouldn't you say?
I asked the Red Prince what got him here. How is it possible for a royal to end up in Fort Joy?
There was a small incident which prompted my many rivals to move against me. Technically, they had the letter of the law on their side. Such a nuisance, the law. Quite necessary to keep the common in line, of course, but one such as myself it should exempt as a matter of course.
I agreed. Too many laws keep people under the thumb of authority. Note, I'm only doing this because I think this is the answer he likes, and there's like a reputation thingamabob. The more they like you, the more things happen. I don't know what the context of it is here in this game. And something like Star Wars The Old Republic, you got rewards for it and skills. Personally, I wouldn't pick the agree or disagree. I would pick some kind of middle of the path that laws are necessary. But yeah, some of them aren't. Not all of them are. But I'm going to click I agree.
What I meant was that, being authority, I shouldn't be under any thumb. I had thought that was perfectly obvious. Sadly, that enlightened point of view quite clearly turned out to be academic. If not, we wouldn't be having this very conversation.
Ask him what was the incident that made him afoul of the law in the first place.
I hardly know you as yet. Let's leave some mystery in the relationship, shall we? We
Sure.
can exchange criminal records later.
Ask him to tell us more about the dreamer he needs to be found for his side quest.
There isn't much to say, but for the fact that I simply must. It's the portent of it all. I can feel it. The revelation will be world-changing. I just know it.
I smile. Tell him he's got you all curious now.
And justified it is too. You will be a witness to wonders, I assure you. As certain as the sun, such is my conviction. I will be, then grow beyond being.
Okay, let's talk to the other one.
I'd say we're making good progress already, no?
Tell him you're glad you went back for him when the ship was sinking.
I am too, I must say. Good to know someone's got your back when the going's tough.
I tell Ifran I'm a bit lost in Fort Joy, even though I'm not at this moment. I have a quest that literally gets me off this island. But what does he think we should do now?
Well, I've got a contract to complete. After that, getting the hell out of Fort Misery seems the best option. I figure we track down my inside man, and then we take it from there.
Stay back. Stay back. Keep the monster fat nest of the big one.
Escaping's thirsty work. Offer Ifran a drink from your pack.
Seeming surprised, Ifan gladly takes the drink from your hands and downs a hefty glug.
And he's got a debuff. Drunk. -1 intelligence, 2 to lucky charm, -5 to initiative, -5 to accuracy. Dodging 5%, 1 turn.
Ah, that hit the spot.
He holds the flagon out to you.
I decline. I tell Ifran that I don't drink.
More power to you, brother. Not many people live life to their own rules. When I'd be sharing Rotgut with Roost and the boys back at camp, we always had a lookout. Called him Happy Morning, on account of how he'd be having one the next day. Unlike us.
That's actually pretty good.
So tell me, if we weren't stuck here, what would you be doing with your time?
I'm gonna give him the scholarly answer and tell him I'd be expanding my knowledge of the world through books. No, actually, I'm gonna say that I would have liked an adventure. I think that he might like that answer more. Even though, technically speaking, I think this character would have given that scholarly answer. No, I'm gonna give the scholar answer.
Not what I'd choose for myself, but you do you. Relic of Flame. That brew went straight to my bladder. If you'll excuse me.
Hey. Hi.
Ask her what the party should do now.
Easy. I'd say we get out of this place. Don't know how long they plan to keep us here, but I'd rather not find out.
Say something I'd like to discuss.
Ooh, so serious. What's up?
Ask her about how the Magisters caught up with her. How did her source manifest?
Well, I was giving this concert up on Overlook Hill. There was a great crowd. They were really feeling it. But I guess it was too good. I had me a little source flare-up. Everyone went a bit, I don't know, wild, rabid. I snapped out of it before anyone got hurt, but the Magisters caught me backstage afterwards. Least I went down doing what I loved.
Sure. Say that she mentioned she was a musician. Ask if she knows any good songs.
Course I do. What's your poison?
I admit I don't listen to a lot of music. Ask her what she thinks I'd like.
I've got it.
Losa clears her throat and starts stomping a steady beat into the ground, kicking up dust that dances to the rhythm. Slowly, she claps an intricate part above the beat, hips swaying,
Oh,
head
I
nodding.
got something. 1 second so I can see what the notification is. Because I was not paying attention. Oh, I got a follow. Thank you. What is this? I'm going to say it's pronounced Navy, but I'm not sure. But thank you, Navy, for the follow.
The beat builds into a riot of sound, her hands and feet moving in an inscrutable pattern. She takes a deep breath and starts humming above the rhythm, a sound like a train, like a flock of birds, like nothing else.
Savage hearts in it. In a savage... I can't.
I'm gonna say that the hesitation is a strange look on her. I place a hand on her arm, ask if she's all right.
It's nothing. It's nothing. Let's keep moving. The sooner I find a way to get this bloody thing out of my head, the better.
I observe that her eyes are unnaturally dark, ask if she's always looked that way.
How very sweet of you to notice. I know, it's weird. One of the many side effects of the visitor upstairs.
She drums on her forehead with 2 fingers, smiles grimly, and shrugs.
They used to be blue. Oh well.
Oh. I tell her I like the look, it has character.
She bats her eyelashes at you in an exaggerated flutter, then bursts out laughing and punches your arm.
Character. I like that. I'm going to use that. If I can say nothing else for my current companion, at least I can say it gave me a bit of character. So what's it like, being alone in your head?
I'm going to say that I'm not sure because I've never known any alternative.
Same story here.
I'm going to ask if the voice in her head is saying anything to her now.
Nope. This one doesn't talk to me. It talks through me. You'll know it when you see it.
Okay, take my leave. Okay, so I talked to all 3 now.
Looky, looky here, mates. A fresh face. We love fresh faces, don't we? Oh, yes, we do. Why don't you join us in a round of cards? First hands on the house.
Sure.
Chuff to you, Chief. Here are your cards. You're up first.
It actually looked like my character was shuffling cards too, that's pretty cool.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard hand to beat.
I play my hand.
Quite the hand, Freshy. Unfortunately, 2 is less than 5, and that's how many purples I've got. I reckon that makes me the winner. I'll be having your fee then.
I furrow my brow and say that's impossible. He's clearly cheating. Unfortunately, I have no means of actually testing that. I don't know if it's normal to have 5 purples. I'm assuming it's a normal deck of... Conceptually speaking, it's the same as like our deck of cards, in which case there only can be 4 of a type. Split within the, 4 fours, 4 aces, 4 kings. So he's cheating, considering I've got 2 and he somehow still has 5.
Blaming a bloke you just met for your misfortune, are ya? Ease off, or I'll go ahead and double what you owe.
I'm going to give the scholarly answer of suggest there might be a compromise that satisfies us both.
To be sure, Chief. Pay up and you get to keep your eyes. Sounds pretty satisfying, doesn't it?
I don't have eyes. Okay, I'm going to say I'm not going to hand over what's rightfully mine.
We'll see about that, Freshy.
Pin down. Deal damage and cripples target. I don't know what that does. Usually that signifies a slow, but I don't know what that means in a game like this, that your movement's based on the little bars here. Fossil strike. Earth damage. Oil surface where it lands. Okay, the fact that the ground can also be on fire and I can create an oil surface, I bet you I can create, like, additional fire areas based on... Anyways. Elemental arrowheads, target a surface in melee radius. Elemental damage matching that surface is added to your ranged weapon and ranged weapon skills. Encourage allies around you, increasing primary stats. Summons your trusty soul wolf, which howls and bites. Potion. These are the different other arrows. Okay. I will do the elemental arrowhead. I am going to do pin down on bottle top. There's a lot of fire damage that's happening to me right now. How can I look at a character? Oh, examine. So it said it was crippled, but I don't know. Oh, here it is. Character is crippled, cured by rest, movement speed minus 100%, dodging minus 30%. So the character can't move, so if... Okay. They can't do the physical movement. So as long as you're not in melee range with her, she doesn't look like she's got a bow. I'm gonna hit this guy with a tentacle lash and find out what this does. So that's entropy. What's that do? Character cannot use weapons for attacks or skills. Oh, so you can't do anything. I mean, you can move, but that's it. You can't attack, I should say. I will end my turn. Oh, I didn't think about the fact that people have spells. Okay, the Red Prince. So he's got a lot of the same abilities I do. He's got a bouncing shield throw that can bounce to another enemy within 5 meters. Damage is based on the physical armor of the shield. I can fortify, providing 11 physical armor. Is that a heal or is that on top of what I've got? The target cannot be teleported, removes status effects, poison, bleeding, burning, acid, decay. I've got Dragon Blaze, which lets me breathe in a cone of fire, leaving that fire on fire surface. Cool. I've got something called Demonic Stare, magic armor, drains from the target, and I gain it. This looks like, so every character's got their own unique source ability, and this is mine. Shields up, restore physical armor and magic armor of my shield. All this other stuff. Can I hit only... I can't tell if I'm hitting my guy or not. So I'm gonna hope that this doesn't hit my guy. And then I'm gonna fortify that guy. Okay, she has... Oh, I do not mix well with each other. So I've got electrical discharge, which is air damage. Sets a status shock, so I'm interested to see what that does. I can hailstorm, which is water damage. It creates icy surfaces, so I assume that would override the fire surface. I've got rain, which just spreads water down. Why would I want to do... To also get rid of fire? Okay. I've got the encourage thing. Increases primary stats. I wonder by how much. Oh, it's an AoE. How do I check? Primary stats. Oh, it's 1 of every stat for 3 turns. That's cool. I'll go ahead and put rain down. I'm tired of burning.
Glory is mine.
And then I'm gonna do, what, electrical discharge? Oh. Oh! Because we're all standing in water, everyone in the water got hit. That's cool. Oh, and this guy's got shock. Ah, dang it. I wasn't paying attention quick enough to read it. Oh, lockpicks. Repair hammer, gold, wood chips. Tea. Healing potion, identifying glass.